guys, this is Sarah Ripple with Ripple Effect Fitness. I'm going to show you all a quick stretch that pretty much every one of you out there could possibly use, okay? Even if you don't need to do this stretch, it's probably going to feel good. And most of us do a lot of sitting, so if you sit, you probably need to do this stretch. I'm not going to get into like the nitty-gritty reasons and rationale behind what this is doing. Let's just say that a lot of people that I train, including myself, have some degree of hip impingement. It's a pretty common thing that people in this day and age have. So essentially what this stretch is going to do is going to allow the muscles on the back side of the hip capsule. So again, I'm not going to get into super detail, but we're going to allow all those muscles to stretch and relax a little bit to essentially enable the head of the femur, which is your big bone of the thigh. We're going to allow the head of that femur to kind of be positioned back in the hip socket in a more optimal position. So with that said, what this is going to look like is you're going to start out in what's called quadruped position. So that's just on all fours. Okay. And what we're going to do is extend one leg back. Okay. So important to note that when you're in quadruped, you don't want to be like collapsing towards the floor. You want to always think about pushing away from the floor. Have a strong upper body setup. Grip the floor with the hands, so to speak. So you'll notice that my thigh is straight up and down here. What we want to try to do is not sit back. We want to try to keep posted up on this, this femur. And essentially, the basic version is you're going to think about just kind of relaxing and dropping down this opposite hip so that you can kind of like shift into and glide across into this left hip. So I feel a stretch basically right here, okay? You might feel it going down the side of your thigh. I do. Mine's kind of tight and cranky today. Okay, so that's the basic version right there. It's just gliding straight across with both legs just kind of straight. What we can do if you want to add a little bit to that is you're going to externally rotate this left hip by swiveling the lower leg inward, and then you can take this leg that you're not stretching and kind of lock it down, and then again shift into and glide into that hip. That's going to put more of a stretch on that glute. You can bring yourself down, okay? You might even experiment with doing some different kind of stretching of the upper body to kind of get in there, but we're holding a stretch here. It's too intense. You can come out of it a little bit and then go back. You can also jazz it up a little bit by adding a band distraction. So I'm just going to use the NT loop right here. Hold up, I'm going the wrong way. Scratch that. We go away from the band anchor. Okay. Had a blonde moment there. And then we will repeat the same steps. So if you want to, just the basic version would be gliding across. Again, we're not letting the band pull back. The band is essentially kind of providing a distractionary kind of force. I guess that's a word. To where we're kind of tractioning that femur and kind of it's kind of assisting that positioning effect that we're wanting of guiding that femur back into the socket. So you can glide across this way. You can also do the little swivel, catch yourself there. But yeah, you will know if you need to do this stretch because it's going to feel like butter, okay, on your butt. It's going to feel really good. So yeah, essentially that's what's up with that. So yeah, y'all give that a shot. I would recommend doing both sides. I tend to spend more time doing my left side than my right because that's where my issues all are. But you want to do both. Again, even if you don't need to do that stretch, it's not going to hurt you to try to do it. And most of y'all need to do it. So yeah, that might be your new best friend right there. Y'all can thank me later. We'll catch y'all next time.